In the last 5 years of being a full-time artist, I've learned 4 very important things. 1. You don't learn if you don't start. 2. Experimentation is king. 3. You need to let go of your ego. 4. Mistakes are inevitable. You need to work with them, not against them. In the past 3 months of being a full-time artist, I haven't done any of this. I've been stuck in comfort. And comfort is the enemy of growth. Hi Vexx.
What's up, Go?
This is Vexx, an artist I've looked up to since the very beginning. An artist
I've just been doing like the same things over and over again.
who's going through the same rut as me. So we came up with a plan.
What if we...
What about we...
A plan
Oh, let's do it.
to level up. Each of us chose a completely unfamiliar art form for the other to learn. For Vexx, it's...
You will learn Japanese woodblock printing.
Oh, no way.
For me, it's...
You will go and learn ceramics.
Ceramics? Whoa. How long did we agree we had to do this?
The catch?
We will have 2 weeks, and that's it.
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a crazy deadline. It's always 2 weeks, isn't it?
2 weeks to learn an entire new art form and create something that blends tradition and modernity. But as opposed to our past learning experiences, this time we are not alone. Each of us is going to search for a mentor to guide us on this journey. Our master for this adventure.
I'm ready.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
I've been a full-time artist for the last 5 years. But for the next 2 weeks, I had to become a beginner again. A beginner in the craft of ceramics.
Oh my god, dude, it takes me months just... How am I
2 weeks to learn ceramics. Sounds impossible.
Shut up. Wait a minute.
But what if you used that to your favor? As a mean to push your creativity forward, to think outside the box. I added a couple of extra limitations to the list. 1. I can create either something functional or decorative.
Maybe both?
Not both.
Oh.
2. Undos are prohibited.
What?
3. The final piece can only be as big as my head. 4. Reduce tools to the strictly necessary. Pencil, pen, self-explanatory. Notebook, self-explanatory. Camera, to gather inspiration. Glasses, to see. Clothes, optional. The Lenovo Yoga Slim 7i or Edition Imagine with Intel. To push boundaries, to create limitlessly, the heart of this project. Now let's see what I'm getting myself into. Ceramics hasn't been touched by time. It hasn't been limited by borders. It's an ancient art form, mastered by countless of cultures around the world. And that excited me. Because there's one culture in particular I could draw inspiration from. And that culture is my own. This story began in the Anthropology Museum in Mexico City. Figures that were created centuries ago, but somehow still feel modern, as if they were made today. Gods, a dog and his owner, a group of friends, characters, masks, warriors. Inspired by these pieces, as soon as I got back home, I created my sketch. The course of this project would then be defined rapidly in 4 main events. They occurred as it follows. I find my dream mentor, express my interest, and send my sketch. They come on board. However, they need a 3D model of my character within the next 3 hours. Otherwise, we won't finish on time. I have no experience with 3D art. I set my yoga laptop to smart modes, attention, state of flow, watch tutorials, struggle. Finally, I make something. It exports rapidly, thanks to the Intel Core Ultra processor, and I send it over, just in time. 72 hours later, I find myself 500 kilometers west from Mexico City, in Guadalajara, to learn ceramics from a legendary workshop run by my master, José Noé Suro.
Cerámica Suro es una fábrica fundada por mi padre en Tlaquepaque en los 50s, y lo que nos hace diferentes a las demás fábricas de cerámica, yo creo que de México y del mundo, es nuestra colaboración con artistas, chefs, arquitectos en México y en todo el mundo.
And for the next 3 days, I too would become one of such artists. The first thing that I learned is that ceramics is a very slow, delicate, and unpredictable art form. Each piece is first modeled and completely air-dried. Then it goes into the kiln for the first time. A giant metal box that heats it up at 1200 degrees Celsius for 12 hours, transforming the clay into hard, porous ceramic. It, however, doesn't always go as planned. If the piece isn't hollow, it explodes. If it isn't well built, it breaks. It's risky and time-consuming. And for this project, risk and time were luxuries I couldn't afford. That's where my 3D model came in handy. It became a mold.
A partir de un molde podemos replicar piezas que difícilmente puedes modelar a mano y reproducirla.
También es lo que le da como ese tono, ¿no?, de artesanal o hecho a mano a toda esta producción.
Each mold, including mine, is handcrafted by these 3 artists. It's an often overlooked process. Nevertheless, one of the most crucial for many ceramic productions.
Si no hay molde, no hay producción.
My piece made it out of the kiln alive. I named him Cabezon. Now it was time for a part I am familiar with. Or at least, that's what I thought. This time, I took my precautions and made a test first. Turns out, surprises never end with ceramics. The colors change when they are fresh, when they dry, and they completely transform after the firing. So, for Cabezon, I embraced this unpredictability, and just went for it, welcoming mistakes along the way. Then, I stood there, waiting for a reaction from my master as my time in the factory came to its end. And I got it. Finally, my piece would be glazed and fired in my absence. But this didn't end here. I wanted to transform my piece into something tangible, to somehow bring it to life. Okay, ready? Ready. Bass. 3, 2, 1. I had a trick up my sleeve. A detailed manual for the transformation. The plan? To turn my figure into a multi-styled loop animation. The tools, Cabezon, my brain, and the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7i. 1. The scan. First, I took hundreds of images from every angle, every detail, every pore, which then, as if it was magic, got stitched together, assisted by Lenovo's AI acceleration. Then, the nightmare began. I had to open Blender. I didn't understand anything, so I had to simplify things. I animated a simple nodding cycle of my model, 25 frames, infinite loop, the perfect canvas for the next stage of the process. The plan was to use the render as a base to hand draw over each frame in a different style. Frame 1 is the original Cabezon. The rest were still a mystery, but not for long, because using the many ports, I connected my drawing tablet to the Slim 7i, and I got to work. I soon overcame my fear of the unknown. With every frame, I tried something different. Artwork started popping out like freshly baked bread. Layers piled on top of each other like dangerously stacked dishes. For the next 2 days, my routine revolved around those frames. And it was worth it. Because Cabezon's transformation was complete, and I couldn't be more proud of it. But this project went beyond that. It became less about the result and more about the process. Less about growing as artists and more about growing as humans. About embracing mistakes and finding beauty in them. We became the forever beginners, but most importantly, we experienced the strange freedom of knowing nothing.
Okay, Gawx, show me what you made. It's been 2 weeks. I want to see the finished piece.
I made this.
Wow. Did you sculpt that? Whoa.
And you? What do you make?
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. Are you ready? And go.
Oh my god, Vexx. You're crazy. How did you do this? Damn, you really leveled up.
We all leveled up.
Oh yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Lenovo and Intel for making this video possible. Check out the incredible Yoga Slim 7i with a link in the description. Watch Vexx's video. And don't forget to enter the Fan Challenge for a chance to win a one-on-one mentorship call with me and with Vexx. Hope you get to experience the strange freedom of knowing nothing. Bye.